Hey there, it's Anonymous T, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we're talking Carlos King and more hypocrisy. Anything I say is alleged in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some housekeeping items, some meat and potato items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous T. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous T Podcast. Free to follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous T Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram, on the Instagrammies at Anonymous Reality T. Free to share everywhere. Free to hit the like button so it gets out into the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes. And do not forget, whether you are coming or going, to hit the like button. So y'all know we're talking Carlos King. Y'all know Monday nights he's trying to recreate the TGI Friday with having him, Dustin, and Claudia Jordan on, y'all. And I just got to call out the hypocrisy of it all. More hypocrisy coming from none other than Carlos King, and we got to talk about it. So in one segment of the live, he talks about Quad and how it was wrong for the cast basically to have her ex-husband on there, considering that they had, in Quad's words, quote unquote, had a quote unquote difficult marriage. And as we know, Quad has alleged DV in regards to her ex-husband Greg, and basically Carlos King was saying it was wrong. Quad shouldn't have had to gone through that, shouldn't have had to film under those circumstances with her ex. And I'm thinking to myself, hello, what about on your own show? What about on your own shows on OWN? What about having Martell harass and do all this foolishness, spread lies about Melody Cherie Rogers long after their divorce, allowing all of the chaos that takes place over the internet? And you sat there and said and did absolutely nothing. Another hypocrisy of Carlos King. And again, another example of how he'll have empathy for his so-called friends, but it is never when he never has the same opinion across the board that wrong is wrong. If he feels you surpassed him, if he feels intimidated or jealous of you, or you're no longer sucking up to him, he leaves you out to the wolves. So then also he talks about as well, Garcelle leaving Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and is mad that the internet is quote unquote pinning black women against each other. Are you kidding me right now? And is trying to go up for Bose and is trying to, basically I thought he was trying to throw shots at Kenpire. Basically trying to throw, that's what I took from it. You're trying to throw shots at Kenpire's tea about what happens at the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion and how Bose allegedly switched up or whatever. And, perhaps maybe that is what Garcelle's post, all skin folks ain't kin folks, was about. But nonetheless, you're like, well, we got to wait till everything plays out, and it's not fair that people are attacking Bose. No. Where are people attacking Bose? The comments that I saw regarding Bose was that it was very intelligent commentary and comments. People were practically writing dissertations and providing examples of how Bose did Garcelle dirty. And this is just a classic example of, Carlos, you prefer Bose over Garcelle. And it is what it is. That is what this is. You prefer Bose over Garcelle, so now you have a problem with the fans. And now you want to call out the fans again, and that they call out producers. So I'm guessing you're talking about yourself and all this and that. But you never want to see where you go wrong. You never want to see the error of your ways. You never want to see why people would come for you. Make it make sense. You act like it is just out of nowhere, but there was an intelligent critiques. And if Bose did nothing wrong, as you would say on Watch What Happens Live, why did Bose had to squeeze in that 13 slide deck and then do a farewell that she should have did to Garcelle when Garcelle announced that she was leaving? But because of the backlash, she put up a fake message basically, but you had to go all the way to slide 12 of 13 to see it. No. If there was no issues, if Garcelle is not ganged up on at the reunion and everything else, then prove me wrong. Because all the clips that I have seen that keeps getting released, it looks like Garcelle, basically, they all decided once again, hey, we don't want to discuss our lives. We don't like the fact that Garcelle is questioning anything going on in our lives, so we're just all going to agree to attack her this reunion and hope that it's enough that she walks off the show. No. no. Where's the empathy for that, Carlos? And the irony of you talking about pitting black women against each other when that's been your whole career, whether it is at Bravo or whether it is at OWN. There was no allegation that was off limits as long as you got your quote unquote star attacked. And it's happened to Mel, it's happened to Candy, it's happened to Nene, it's even happened to Kenya as well. And so it's the audacity for me that now you're trying to act brand new and now all of a sudden act concerned. No. And then the biggest hypocrisy of it all, right, is this Kenya and Brit thing, right? And basically, Dustin is trying to go so hard in the paint and to try to say, it's not revenge P, what Kenya did in response. Well, nonetheless, we will ultimately see whatever Bravo shows us or doesn't show us, or maybe we have to see it on Peacock to confirm whether or not it is revenge P. But a lot of people were in those comments basically saying Martell released revenge P on Melody Cherie Rogers, and you did nothing. This is a complete and utter clown show, is what I took from the comments. Because here's the thing, Carlos King has been transparent that Kenya Moore is his friend. He is going to defend her to the death. Listen, we can agree that the internet agrees that Brit went too far with the threats of pistols and GUNs and whips and all the things. We can agree on that. We can also agree that Kenya's response went to HELL, right? And basically she allowed a newbie to trick her out of her spot in her response, whereas I've said in previous videos, Kenya could have went a different route of just not inviting Brit to this event. This is your big salon opening. You just said you're $400K in debt, and you even forgone, Brooklyn's college tuition and all these things. You could have had it to where Brit was nowhere to be found, or could have band the cast together that, having these threats, we need to take this seriously, and have them all band together and refuse to film with her or something. But instead, you took it to HELL. So then they wanted to point out the different times that Kenya is being messy versus her just, being herself. And Carlos King is going on and on and on and on and on. And he sees the wrong, even though he still likes Brit, is still trying to hyping her up, but still wants to see a situation where they're both still on the show. And this is what I think he ultimately was going to hope that happened with Candy and Phaedra after RAPE-gate. And it's interesting because once again, anytime Claudia or Dustin make comments on Phaedra, Carlos King is on the mute challenge and has a pained look on his face. He says absolutely nothing. But it's just interesting that you have all this empathy for Kenya because you quote unquote consider her your friend, but you do not have any empathy or sympathy for Melody Cherie Rogers, where at the last reunion, the cast finally confirmed that Martell did in fact put out Revenge P. And even Letitia confirmed it on your show, that Martell put out Revenge P. That all of that information was actual and factual, right? And so you kept teasing that you knew what was going to happen on the show in Real Housewives of Atlanta because Kenya's your friend, but you don't want to, quote, ruin the integrity of the show and allegedly spill what does or doesn't happen. And I guess Claudia was at Kenya's event too, but left before everything popped off or whatever. But my thing is this, Carlos, why is it okay for allegedly people to be leaking scenes and leaking storylines when it comes to your own shows? All of that's okay. But now all of a sudden, you care about the integrity and protecting the reality show when it's considered somebody that's your friend? No. Make it make sense. And so I am just over it, y'all. I just can't believe that Carlos King, y'all, really sits here with the audacity and is the biggest hypocrite of them all. It's like he doesn't see that everything he's saying is a walking contradiction. He doesn't see that everything he's saying is completely and utterly hypocritical, because when it was time for you to be in front of the spotlight, time for you to be in front of the face of it all, and you had an opportunity to right the ship and right the wrongs and have people move on and work things out, you let things just drag on. You let things go to HE double hell. You had no problems with people making the worst allegations that they can think of when it came to casts of your own shows, whether it was RAPE gate, whether it was grooming, whether it was threats of taking people's lives and all these things. You had no problem. But now all of a sudden, when it comes to Bravo, when it comes to your friends, when it comes to your faves like Quad and Kenya, you have all this empathy. But you did not for Melody Cherie Rogers. And Melody Cherie Rogers and others told you to your face countless times they felt unprotected as Black women. They felt like they were being set up and that you knew about it. They felt you did not put in precautions in place to protect them. And they wanted certain people fired that was causing harm. And you did nothing. You did nothing. But now all of a sudden you want resolve. You want people to work things out. You don't want Black women pinned against each other. You want fun shade, not dark shade, and all this and that. And it is a walking contradiction. It is nothing but hypocrisy and foolishness. Make it make sense. So there's that. That is all I got. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.